Hello astrology lovers, welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for watching AIM High Astrology. My name is Alexandra and today I have the pleasure to talk to you about the predictions for September for Virgo. These are available if you have the Ascendant, the Sun or the Moon in Virgo, and if you don't know, I'm going to attach a link in the description box which is going to help you find out all that information. Thank you very much for all the comments, messages. I hope you have received all the information you needed. Now coming back at the chart for September, we have three major events. We are going to celebrate and welcome in our lives two major eclipses and the transit of Jupiter in Libra. I'm going to begin with the first eclipse, which is a solar eclipse. It is happening on the 1st of September in your first house in Virgo. We know that the solar eclipse is happening when the Sun and the Moon are conjunct and the event of the new moon is happening, but when these two are also conjunct the North Node, which we know it is the path we have to walk on, it is the destiny, it is something we have to fulfill in this life. And all these energies are happening in Virgo. And guess what? We also have Mercury retrograde in Virgo. So it is a lot of energy there in your first house. Now, whenever we have a new moon, we know that it is an opportunity for us to plan something new, to plant the seeds of a new project, to engage in new relationships, to sign contracts, to start thinking of new projects that we want to make in our lives. If we want to start a new business, if we want to start anything new and fresh. But with Mercury retrograde, I highly advise you to take some time until you truly start working on that project. Mercury is going to be retrograde until the 22nd of September, so until then it is mostly a time to go back to certain events, life situations, projects, relationships that you have started some time ago and that you have to rethink, you have to analyze, you have to make some room, you have to think about yourself, what you want to do, what brings you happiness, what brings you stability, what is it that you want to change and improve in the way you communicate, in the way you share your ideas, in the way you organize your life. With the eclipse here, which is happening in your first house, which is the house of your identity, of your personality, there is a big desire to change. For the next 6 months, you are going to focus on the things that you want to change about yourself. What is it that you want to do in regards to the way you are and that you want to improve? What do you want to improve about yourself? What is it that is holding you from making those changes? Is it a fear of losing something? Is it a fear of something new that can come in your life? It is a time when you are going to ask yourself if you are making the most out of a situation, if you are truly connected with yourself when you are making certain decisions in your life. Because the square between Saturn and Neptune can cause some confusion, some delays at the same time. But with this energy of the eclipses for the next 6 months, you are going to truly ask yourself, who am I? And what do I want? What do I want from myself and what do I want from others? And because we are talking about the North Node here, this energy is going to help you see who you are and what you want. Even if things are going to be a little bit stressful at some point, because we resist change, and if things are working good, we don't feel the need to change, right? But when things aren't going that good, we realize that something has to be done. And in your case, this something has to do with the way you are, with your thinking pattern. Maybe there are things, old thinking patterns, programs, ideas that are so hidden in yourself in your mind, in your unconsciousness, that now are coming to a light. And you understand why do you behave in a certain way, why do you communicate your ideas in a certain way, and most of all, why do you relate in a certain way, because the other eclipse is going to happen in your 7th house, which is the house of your partnerships. It is the house of the way you communicate and relate with others. It is the house of signing contracts. But until that eclipse, we have the transit of Jupiter in Libra, which is going to impact your 2nd house. This is an amazing opportunity for you for the next year, because Jupiter is going to transit in Libra for the next year, to expand your finances, to improve your self-esteem, to meet new people, to start working with people that have the possibility to give you something. It is also a great time for you to invest in art, in beauty. It is a time when you can meet somebody that it is going to help you fulfill a dream that you have for a long, long time. But with these eclipses now, we are going to focus more on the eclipses, because the energy of Jupiter in Libra is going to be there for 1 year, and we are going to talk more about that. But on the 16th, we have the 2nd eclipse, which is a lunar eclipse, a full moon in Pisces, which is going to happen in your 7th house. So, the 7th house, as I mentioned, is the house of partnerships. Most of all, legalized partnerships, like marriages and all relationships that have a contract which is signed. But it is also the house of other people, so the people you relate to. And in this case, you might realize that at some point you sacrifice too much for others. What is it that you want for yourself and you aren't receiving? This can be something that you are going to think a lot, because maybe you are giving too much, or you are giving as much as you can, but you aren't receiving not 1% of what you are giving. And this is a tension that is going to build up in you, and you have to release it. And with the full moon here, you might release it, and you might surprise everyone around you, because they weren't expecting you to react in that way. But because you didn't say what you had to say at the right time, when the feelings happened, let's say, when the events happened that made you feel in that way, now you are going to explode. You are going to change your mind. You are going to, because there is a lot of mutable energy, which is a flexible energy. So you are going to say something today, maybe change your mind tomorrow, and that can cause confusion. And with Mercury retrograde, misunderstanding unfortunately can happen. That is why I advise you to avoid life-changing decisions in this time period, because it can be something that it won't feel right. When Mercury is going to go direct, you are going to feel that maybe it was better if you had waited. But as I mentioned, the hand of faith is going to guide you, so whatever is meant to be will be. Venus is going to be in Libra for the whole month, so there is a lot of desire to spend money, to be around friends, to meet new people, to travel, even to invest in something expensive. But once again, Mercury retrograde, please take care about when it comes to your finances as much as you can, because this is an energy that is felt, that it is an invitation to analyze our desires and what is useful in our path. It is useful for me to buy this thing, or is it useful for me to be with this person? You are going to ask yourself these questions, and I am sure that you are going to receive all the answers. You just have to have an open mind and heart. Of course, if you want me to look at your personal charts and give you more information about your potential in life, about your future trends, even a relationship reading, you can look at my services. I'm going to attach them in the description box. Until then, I wish you an inspired month of September. I truly hope that you are going to embrace these wonderful energies that are going to help you and change the way you think and the way you behave in such a way that you are going to improve yourself day by day. Thank you very much for watching. We shall see each other in October.